Hey guys, and welcome back to Star Control 2. Today we will be starting one of the major story arcs, but first here's a list of the planets that I'm mining, and now we're going to have a message from the Pkunk.
Whoop-de-dee and Charlie-bazoo! What a good day I am having! First, my nestmate surprises me with extra fat and spicy grubs for early meal. Then I am complimented on my fine display of ceremonial tongues. To top it off, I encounter the human friend, loved by all Pkunk. Can things get any better? Well, not advice exactly, but I can offer you plenty of moral support. Also, I can tell you about another dream. Yes, perhaps I will tell you about my dream. In this dream, there was a small creature, fragile and weak. Above it loomed a much larger creature, dark and foreboding. The large creature was preparing to take the smaller one into its slavering jaws, when the little one looked up and said, "Hold, why do you do this? What you are doing is wrong." This made the large creature pause, while it pondered the question. Then I woke up, and I'm not sure if the little creature got eaten or not. Come to think of it, it really wasn't much of a dream. I would have much preferred Ocky Birdie's dream. Anyway, just thought I would tell you about that. Not at all. You are an open book to me. Ah, how quaint your little life is. So refreshing. Anyway, I see in your future that you will be jumping across the galaxy through dimensional doorways which are at your beck and call. This ability you shall receive from a mysterious and yet somehow I sense lovable alien race called the Arilu-Lande, or Lalu-Arile, or Loopy-Loo Happy Day, or something like that. Also, I sense that you will have 14 children and die at an early age. Goodbye, Captain! When the crystal spheres once more rotate into harmonic union, we shall meet again.
Well, I hope that cheered you guys up. Of course, not everyone in space is so friendly. And oh crap, Ilrath.
What? Can I believe my sensory cluster? I sense humans. I dance with joy for our good fortune. The human dies with such agony that it cannot help but please Dugar and Kazan. Puny human, you make me chitter with amusement. By the will of the mighty Dogar and Kazan, I am here to make you die, die, die!
Well, I still don't want to risk any of my ships, and as you can see, the Ilrath have just cloaked there. I still don't want to risk any of my ships, so I'm still going to run away from fights. Anyway, back to Earth.
Welcome back, Captain. I've been waiting to inform you of a new situation. In the log of your voyage from Unzerwald, I read that you encountered a tumbling red probe that attacked the Tober moon, killing Captain Burton. Over the past few months, we have monitored an increasing number of these probes entering the system, and I'm afraid their population seems to be growing geometrically. If this continues, in a year, space will be crawling with these things. I recommend you treat this as a serious problem now, before it becomes a disaster. Discover who is producing these probes and stop them from creating any more. The analysis reads as follows. Subject, clear spindle device. Data. The object in question has no clear use or means of activation, but does have superconductive characteristics between 18 and 22 degrees centigrade. We suspect that it is a precursor manufacturer, but we cannot be certain without extended study. Summary: in all likelihood, this object is part of a larger device whose capabilities remain unknown. That's the end of our scientist's report. If you can keep this up, we'll turn that flagship of yours into a genuine dreadnought killer. We shall await your return, Captain.
well, that's the general idea. I can't yet turn it into a ship that is guaranteed to win against pretty much all odds, which you really can do later in the game, but I can't do it for the moment. But I'm certainly going to add to its firepower at this point, because I'm getting a little bit fed up of having to run away from things like the Ur- Quan. Here's one interesting thing: you can actually scrap your ships, and the Pkunk Furies, while very useful later in the game, aren't too brilliant now, and just the amount of RUs you get for scrapping them, as you can see I've got something like 8,000 RUs for scrapping those 4 ships. There are just better options at this point in the game. Plus, spoiler, I'm probably not good enough with the Pkunk Fury at the moment to use it at this point in the game. With the excessive RUs I've got, I'm going to refuel my fill tanks, and following up on what the Pkunk told us about the Arilulalile, and that we're going to meet them and they're going to give us some kind of cool dimensional device, I think it's time we start that plot point. It's been mentioned to us by the Spathi, the Melnorme and the Pkunk now, so I think it's time that we followed up on it. But before I do that, I'm going to add another fuel tank, because this is going to be quite a long trip, and I think it's time we put some weaponry onto our ship. So I think a couple of dynamo units and a couple of fusion blasters. So this will at least make the flagship capable of defending itself pretty well at this point. A couple of dynamos as well, because the fusion blaster really does gulp energy. Anyway, with all that done, it's now time to proceed to our next mission, but first I'm going to have a chat with the Melnorme.
What a coincidence. I was just talking about you with the Teal Varese captain. They expressed great interest in your explorations and struggles against the Ur-Quan. But, like all Varese, I'm afraid they were hesitant to introduce themselves for fear of, well, frightening you. In any event, it is our pleasure to meet you once again. Now, what can we do for you today? What would you like to sell, Captain? The 17.8 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 115.6 credits. What trade items would you like to buy today? How much fuel do you wish to purchase? Fuel transferred to your vessel. How wonderful, Captain. The Spathi are a friendly co-op of 3 alien species, all native to the same world. They are presently suffering severe collateral damage from the ritual combat between the Ur-Quan and the Korah. While this is unfortunate for the Spathi, they have been forced to abandon many of their worlds. This close proximity to the inter-Ur-Quan war will give them insights into the conflict, which will be of great use to you. In addition, the Spathi met the Chenjesu early on in the war, and are eager to make allies who can protect them from their enemies. In case you are interested, the Spathi homeworld is at coordinates 400.0 by 543.7, Planet 1. What else would you like to buy? It has been a pleasure dealing with you, Captain. We look forward to your next visit.
Well, as usual, thank you, Trademaster, and now I'm going to show you where I'm going to go on this mission, because it is a little bit of a follow this map route. First I'm going to head towards a star system Beta Normae, and I am going to mine planet number 3 in that system, because that is a special world where you get an awful lot of mineral resources. Having done that, I am now going to move on to Beta Changrasar, and I am going to mine planet 2 in that system, again another special world, and they will get about 8,000 RUs. And now I am going to head to this particular area. If you look at the date, it's December the 9th. Now, around December 17th and 20th is where the Spathi said it would appear, and oh, we've got an encounter. Well, I've not seen these guys before. Who are they?
Hello, my little one. I am so pleased to see you. You have done well for yourself. It is gratifying.
Well, I wouldn't know this, but I guess they're the Arilu. So, nice to see you guys.
You are very clever. Yes, I am Arilu Lalile, and I suppose it has been a very long time since you've met one of my kind. I imagine you humans are still very short-lived. How sad. Ah well, to answer your question, we chose to cease our efforts with the Alliance of Free Stars when it seemed that there was no longer any threat to our Earthlings. I am pleased to see that you, from outside the slave shield, survived. You seem healthy.
Wait a minute, our humans?
With ships and weapons, blood and bones, no. Too many shipmates were forcibly discorporated in the last conflict. Our cooperation is not necessary. You are the focus. However, knowledge transcends reality parameters, and this we can share with you. An example, to discover the nature of the red probes, seek creatures who inhabit a world with no surface. You are curious. That is a promising quality. How can I describe our relation to humans? Never doubt our motives, Captain. Your well-being is of paramount concern to every Arilu. Surely you know that it was the day after humanity joined the Alliance of Free Stars that we appeared in the open for the first time. This was no coincidence. We wanted to protect you. Once we saw that you were, well, safe, we decided to tend to other business for a short while. Believe me, Captain, we have known each other for a very long time. You might even say that we knew the first human. We are many places at many times. This place is an easy place. One of the 10 easy places. At different times, we explore different easy places. That is our way. Oh, I can see from the look in your eyes that I have confused you. I am silly. Please disregard my words. We seek to trap Noon, but they dart and leap. You cannot trap Noon. Do not even try. I do not think you can even touch them. You are not quite solid enough. Why, we let them go, of course. Noon do not like to be confined. Captain, these things we talk about, they are unimportant to you. They are as dreams. Our words should address your universe, not ours. Farewell, child.
Star Control 2 veterans will realise I'm using the Precursors music here, and that's one track I really like, and ooh, shiny. Wait, oh, where the hell am I now? Damn it, you explore somewhere and you end up in a rather green area, but one area sticks out like a sore thumb, so I suppose we'll investigate that next time.